I wouldn't wish what I'd gone through on anyone, my worst enemy, let alone my best friend.
Pro wrestlers are required to be in incredible shape, travel constantly, and take a lot of physical risks daily. However, some wrestlers have fought even bigger battles in their lives as they came close to dying. Hi, I'm Jeremy, and here are 5 wrestlers who have had a near-death experience. Jerry Lawler suffers a cardiac arrest on Raw. One of the scariest moments in WWE history happened on the September 10th, 2012 edition of Raw. Fan favorite, former WWE commentator Jerry the King Lawler suffered a sudden cardiac arrest on the episode while he was commentating live on television. Lawler recalled the incident on the Johnny Dare morning show in September of 22. He revealed that the cardiac arrest probably happened due to the match he was a part of on Raw that night. He and Randy Orton had defeated CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler in a tag match shortly before Lawler suffered the arrest. He said that the 10 consecutive elbows he received from Ziggler might have triggered his condition. Lawler said that the presence of the doctor on call at ringside who gave him CPR saved his life, and you won't believe he is still wrestling to this day after what had happened. Long live the king. Alexa Bliss's eating disorder. Alexa Bliss is one of the most successful superstars in the WWE women's division. With looks to kill and an unshakable tenacity, it's hard to believe that the goddess didn't have her confidence once. It's true, for many years, Alexa suffered from a crippling eating disorder. What's even worse is that it almost claimed her life at one point. In an interview with Sports Illustrated in 2020, Bliss revealed the grim details of how when she was 15 years old, her weight shrunk to 80 pounds, her heart rate dipped to 28 beats per minute, and she had to be rushed to the hospital. Quote, "I wasn't allowed to go to sleep. They thought I'd die if I did," she added. However, the goddess didn't let the disease defeat her. She rose gloriously and eventually became a 5-time WWE Women's Champion. The Undertaker was almost burnt alive. Mark Calloway, aka The Undertaker, has survived being buried alive on television, but on the night of Elimination Chamber in 2010, the Phenom had a real brush with death. While making his iconic entrance as the World Heavyweight Champion to defend his title in the Chamber, the dead man faced a major pyro mishap. The pyrotechnics used in his entrance ended up engulfing him in flames. As a result, Undertaker suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns. Appearing on the Broken Skull Sessions with Steve Austin, the Phenom recalled that choosing a duster-style jacket instead of a sleeveless one saved him a lot of damage. Quote, "If I hadn't switched jackets, my arm would have been completely exposed. It could have been far worse." The dead man further revealed on the show that he was furious at the person responsible for the pyro mishap and wanted him fired. Unbelievably, he still competed in the match while having burns all over his body, and that's true grit. Ric Flair survives a plane crash. Ric Flair has left an unforgettable legacy with his magnificent career in the wrestling industry. It's hard to believe that his Hall of Fame career could have had a very tragic and abrupt ending. On October 4th of 1975, the Nature Boy was on a plane flying over North Carolina when the worst had happened. The plane ran out of fuel and went down rapidly until it crashed into an orchard. Flair appeared on the Hot Boxin' with Mike Tyson podcast in May of 2022 and revealed, quote, "There was an airplane crash and it killed the pilot and 2 other guys were paralyzed. I broke my back in 3 places. While I was putting myself back together, I didn't know if I was going to be able to wrestle again." Flair, who was just 26 at the time of the crash, miraculously survived and went on to become one of the all-time greats in the wrestling industry. Shane McMahon survives a helicopter crash. Shane McMahon might be the definition of indestructible when it comes to WWE. The man has jumped off cells and stages and has put himself through hell to entertain the fans. However, in real life, he defied death when he unbelievably survived a helicopter crash. On July 19th of 2019, Shane McMahon was on a helicopter ride, accompanied by the pilot on an R-44 chopper, when suddenly they heard a loud noise. McMahon said at a press conference after the incident, quote, "You hear a bang and then you start to say, 'We're going to do an emergency landing in the water.' Yes, it was very unnerving." The helicopter landed in the water off of Gilgo Beach in New York, and 2 lifeguards raced out in kayaks to retrieve McMahon and the pilot. Thankfully, all involved, including Shane, came out without any injuries.